Yo, bro. He still is a rock. Yo, bro. Just making sure you okay, bro. You good? Your friends had left you and everything, and I seen you pass out. You was here for like an hour or so. Just making sure you all right. God bless you, brother. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
It's very nice to meet you today.
Good to meet you.
You're speaking with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. May I have your name?
Peyton.
Payton?
Peyton, like Peyton Manning.
That's cool. Cool name. How old are you, Payton?
I just turned 33 a couple days ago.
Where are you from?
I'm from the outskirts of Philadelphia in Delaware County.
Okay. What could you say it's been like growing up out there?
I'd say it's pretty much the city. It's pretty much the same. Just a little bit of suburbia life to it. Not so much Philly, but you definitely have a lot of Philly out there. Does that make sense?
What brought you out here to Kensington, Philadelphia?
Let's see. I have been using on and off for about 10 years. I had a year of sobriety here, 2 years there. But it's been hard to maintain that sobriety being so close to the city because I like the neighborhood. This is where my friends are. So I broke my hip and I broke my femur and I got hooked on pain meds for the first time when I was 23. So from there on out, that's kind of how I ended up out here.
So you broke your femur?
I broke my femur, yeah.
How did that occur?
I was actually doing CrossFit.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
I was real heavy into the gym, and I broke my hip, broke my femur, and had to get the titanium put in, and got kind of hooked back onto the pain meds. It doesn't help living so close to the city either. It's kind of like a lifestyle, but there's nothing good about it anymore. There's nothing good about it.
And how did you get sucked into the lifestyle?
I think when I was young, I kind of was drawn towards making money, boys with fast cars, and it kind of sucked me in until I realized that I was slowly becoming an addict. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. What's your current drug of choice?
My current drug of choice would be the tranq or fentanyl and cocaine.
How long have you been addicted to the substance?
1 year.
Say 1 year to loud trucks. How were you introduced?
So I was actually introduced for the first time at 18 when it was real heroin, and I tried it and put it down and never looked back for about 5 or 6 years until I broke my hip again and got put on pain meds. Because originally my first drug of choice was always like a stimulant, like cocaine or Adderall, and really fell into like the opiate or the needle scene. I never thought that I would ever be, doing things like that. But yeah, I mean, it can happen to anybody.
Right. And how many years did you have sober?
I had 2.5, and I had 1.5 in the last
thing. What was that sober time like?
It was better. It was the best time of my life. I like being sober. I like being sober because I get to know like who I actually am as a person. I like having the time to, do the things that I want to do, and I like having a full bank account and a pocket full of money. I like going to work. I like going to work and coming home tired and watching, an Apple show, or whatever's out on TV. And I don't know, like when I fell into the routine of sobriety and really had a support system, I really started to actually like learn to love myself again. I always say it's easy to get off the drug, but it's hard to stay off the drug.
What's a regular day like out here for you?
So I'm actually not homeless out here. I do have a home to go to, but out here, I try my best not to hang around out here too much. There was a point in time about 10 years ago I was homeless, and it sucked. But I haven't been homeless out here in a long time. But because I was homeless a long time ago, I try to help out whoever I can. Like, they need a drink or something, they need a water. But a regular day is just, I'm usually in and out of here. I don't hang around.
You say in and out of here?
I try to be, yeah.
How much are you using daily?
Anywhere from like 6 to 10 bags a day.
6 to 10 bags a day?
Yeah.
How are you managing to afford your addiction?
My husband's been giving me the money, unfortunately.
Does he have an addiction as well?
No.
No? Are you guys still together?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It makes things, it can make things hard, but, yeah, we're still together.
And how does he feel about your addiction?
He just wants me to get help. He just wants me to be happy.
And how does he feel about you coming out here?
Well, he usually comes with me, but he had to work today. But he doesn't, there's certain parts of the neighborhood that are worse than others. He doesn't really like me down here for long periods of time, but he knows that I know how to handle myself out here.
You think he's going to be upset that you came out?
No, he's not.
You came out here by yourself?
No, not at all.
And how often do you come out here?
Every other day.
Every other day? You just cop enough to come back and go, pretty much? What about getting the drugs from other places? What's so good about Kensington?
I've tried. I've been so. The thing with Kensington, I think right now, is the trank, and they're putting the trank on the streets, and people are getting addicted to the trank. It used to be the fentanyl, and now it's xylazine and rhino trank, and it makes no sense because people are losing, your customers are losing their limbs, they're losing their lives. Like, why are you putting this in stuff that's we can't process it out of our body?
Right.
So anyway, I think a little bit of it is that if I were to try anything else, it might not compare, because there's trank in everything. There's trank in the coke, there's trank in the weed, there's trank in everything.
How do you intake the substances you use?
I usually smoke it or snort it.
I'm sorry, you say you normally...
Okay. I usually smoke it or snort it. Sometimes I will IV it.
You will what?
Sometimes I will
do the
shoot
IV?
It. Yeah.
You ever overdose?
Yeah.
What was that feeling like?
Hell. I've told people before I'd rather die before being Narcan. I'm sure me overdosing was very scary for my husband, but I've always come back, so.
You have any kids?
No kids, no.
No kids at all?
No.
You and your husband plan on having any kids?
Not at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to, but right now, gotta focus on other things.
What you think is, what you want? Sorry. What you think it's going to take for you to get sober again?
What's my favorite goal? Is that what you said?
No, I said what you think it's going to take for you to get sober again?
Possibly, a long-term rehab or jail. Long-term rehab.
You see yourself you see yourself actually taking the initiative and going to rehab?
Yeah, I have. I've started putting forth effort into looking which ones would take me. Mm-hmm. So,
that's good. That's a start.
Yeah. I don't think any of us really want to be out here.
Right.
It's like most people do it out of necessity at this point. Does that make sense?
You said out of necessity?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't even they're not getting high from it. Like they're just surviving.
You ever get approached by the weirdos, or the people out here, they say take advantage of the females?
Yeah, that's why That's why I usually try to stay close to my boyfriend.
Try to stay close to your friend, you said? Boyfriend?
Yeah.
You think Kensington will ever change? You think Kensington will ever change?
I don't know. I was talking about that today because, you see pictures from the 60s and 70s, and Kensington Ave was a booming, industrious, people were making money back then. I definitely think they're making a lot of good, attempt to clean it up. I think that if it does change, it's gonna take a while. And who knows? Maybe they'll clean it up and it might just move somewhere else.
What's your thoughts on here about what's your thoughts on here? I'm sorry. What's your thoughts on the people that's getting the hunchbacks and trank wounds and losing limbs?
So
what's your thoughts on that?
That hunchback. So here's my theory. The tranquilizer is made for animals. And so when you give a tranquilizer to an animal, they roll on their bellies, right? They're gonna fall flat right on their belly, right? So that's why people are leaning the way they are and swaying the way they are.
Getting tranquilized on their belly.
Yeah, because if you were to give a tranquilizer to a pig, he would lay down on his belly. You know what I mean?
You think that's why this guy's doing that?
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that walk. There's some people that walk like they're folded in half. You definitely, to be out here, you gotta take care of yourself a little bit.
This place ever scare you? You ever see anything crazy, like gory or anything like that?
Yeah, I seen a shooting happen in front of me.
You seen what?
I saw a shooting happen in front of me before.
Was that the craziest thing you've seen out here?
I saw a 3-car pileup. That was pretty fucking nuts.
A 3-car pileup?
Yeah, it was crazy.
What do you mean by that?
Like, one car hit one and the next car hit another, and it was just a bunch of cars on top of each other. Broke a fire hydrant, and people got hurt. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I try my best to stay out of the way here. It's easy to get, this neighborhood is actually not that big. It's big, but it's small. Like, people know you.
Right. Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Either in a treatment program or jail. It's a treatment program.
If you could make 3 wishes right now, what would they be?
That I was sober. That I had a couple $1 million. And that I was happy.
Sober, a couple $1 million, and happiness, right? I like those wishes. What advice would you give the youth out here ripping and running the streets following your same footsteps? What would you tell them?
It's hard. It's hard to talk to people that are younger than you because you feel like they're just, what do they know? But I can honestly say, like, now that, like, I just turned 33.
Okay, you're 33.
I feel like my entire 20, like, my 20, to my 20s when I should have been doing something good with my life. But, you know, it's not too late.
Never too late.
I would say, you know, if a lot of kids they get in trouble and they feel like they gotta keep getting in trouble sometimes. You know what I mean? Like they gotta fit in with the gang or they gotta still work the corner, but like all that's gonna lead to it's just like continuously getting locked up, continuously going in and out of jail, not seeing your family. It just gets worse.
Are you religious at all?
Somewhat.
Who's your higher power?
I just say God. Just say God.
I'd like to thank you for your time, man. You've been a wonderful interviewee for me.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Yes.
My name is Yosei Fox. I'll be praying for you.
All right. Thank you.